Hi, you're with India Post Live, India's first online streaming live conversation web portal, and you too can participate in this conversation. I'm Ishan Russell, and today we're talking about the season of spoofs. Yes, it's political spoofs galore that are dominating the discourse these days. Whether you're on Facebook or any other form of social media, you must have come across at least one spoof either of Narendra Modi or of Arvind Kejriwal or of Rahul Gandhi. So is politics finally getting a sense of humor? Well, we tried to assess that. We put together a couple of these spoofs for you. So first, take a look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Rahul Gandhi here with us. And he's written his new theme song for this political campaign. Do you guys want to hear it? Do you guys want to hear Rahul Gandhi? Awesome. Rahul, can you come on stage? They want to see you.
Uncle, I'm feeling a little shy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm giving speeches. It's such a pain. Even I don't know what I am saying. Here's my advice. Don't vote for me. If you have any hope of saving this country, vote for Modi, Modi, Modi. Oh, don't tell my mummy.
हेलो, कौन? भारती? अरे वो यहाँ किस लिए आ रहा है? मोहल्ले वालों को भी साथ में ला रहा है क्या? अरे तो ऐसा बोलो ना यार कि विविध भारती वाले इंटरव्यू के लिए आ रहे हैं। खामखा परेशान कर दिया। कल तो मैं धरने पे बैठ रहा हूँ ना। अरे कोई बड़ा सा पब्लिक टॉयलेट देख लो, वहीं पे बैठ जाऊंगा। अरे सारा दिन बैठना है। हेलो,
Stop your fooling around, messing up our future. Time to straighten right out. You should have wound up in jail. Modi, a message to you. Modi, a message to you.
Alright, so what do you think of these spoof videos? Do you think they're good for democracy? Do you think they're bad? Whatever your opinion is, join in. Let's have a conversation about this. IndiaPostLive.com is the name of the website. You can go there and log in and post your comments. Also, hashtag IndiaPostLive to your tweets to be part of this conversation, or you can use the Twitter handle at IndiaPostLive.com at IndiaPostLive. Today in the studio, I have with me Mr. Ravindra Tripathi. He's of course been a scriptwriter for the longest, writing for some of the biggest TV shows in terms of humor. You did Pol Ki Khol, which used to be one of the first Pol Khol, which was one of the first spoof shows, political spoof shows, if I may say so. Also in our studio is Sanjeev Singh. He's a resident expert and political commentator. And Stefan K of the band Ska Avengers joins in us on Skype. Stefan, of course, also leads a talent management agency called Stiff Kittens and has put out that video that you just saw about the Ska Avengers and the message to Modi. So I'll start with you, Stefan. What prompted you to make this song and this video?
Hello, good afternoon. Firstly, I didn't actually get to see the videos you showed. So, as far as your assertion that it was a spoof video, well, I don't really think so, because there was no spoof at all. I mean, it was a genuine video. So what prompted me to do this? Well, as well as looking after Stiff Kittens, the management agency, I'm also a member of the band who who produced the music for that video. Now, we have a concern, and many of our peers have a concern about the prospects of a nationalist party running the country. And I mean, we don't really know quite what's going to happen. But what we do know is that if we all keep quiet and we have this imposed, or we have this fear of expressing ourselves or talking about what we feel is important, then we think the rights of the individuals will be further repressed. So we wanted to address some of the concerns held by many. We don't claim to affect the vote to any significant degree, but we just want to perhaps set an example for others, people in creative professions, writers, journalists, to not be fearful of speaking their mind about what concerns them.
All right, interesting point you make over there, and you've been doing this for some time now, this kind of activism through music, if I may say so.
Well, first and foremost, I'm a musician. Aim is to entertain people. So I suppose some of the music can be appreciated on different levels. Yeah, there is a social message, and we just tend to address things which we consider are relevant, not about love or getting high or dancing. Not so much of that.
All right. Also, Stefan, I have one final question before we let you go. Any further videos or any kind of music coming out from you guys, which we can expect on lines of the ones that you've created, specifically targeting Narendra Modi?
Such as the ones specifically targeting Narendra Modi. But no, we're not releasing any more videos. We think that's enough for this. Now, we've generated press and a lot of...
What's the response been like from people as far as this video is concerned?
Well, the response has been kind of predictable. The opinions are polarized. There are those who think it's great that the people have a voice, and we've been told we're brave, which I think that's a rather sad reflection on the way things are at the moment. To actually release a video stating concerns we have, and then to be told we're brave. No, there aren't very many countries where... No, it goes to illustrate the power that people think the BJP will have over free expression and censorship. I don't think it ought to be a brave move. We all have our right to express what we wish. People can choose to ignore it or they can accept it. It's up to them. But I don't see it as a brave move. The next video we're doing is actually a pastiche on Doordarshan. Where we are addressing the issue of the manipulation of press and media and the prospect of further political bias as major corporations have vested interests in media channels and newspapers. So this is a song called Bada, which will be coming out in a month.
All right, we look forward to that video, Stefan. Thanks very much for coming in and sharing with us your perspective on the recent phenomenon and your music that you've been putting out there. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much, and please share the video as much as you possibly can.
All right, we'll try to certainly do so. Thanks so much. All right, so Ravindraji, this is not new in India. The political class being targeted by comedians, by people with a sense of humor. And perhaps this election has been different because it's certainly widespread thanks to the internet.
ये भी हो गया है और देखिए खुद राजनीति की जो अपनी जो विसंगतियां हैं इतनी उजागर हो रही हैं. अब देखिए शरद पवार हैं, अब वो कह रहे हैं कि एक जगह वोट दो मिटा करके सही और दूसरी जगह वोट डालो. क्या ये किसी लोकतंत्र में ऐसा हो सकता है? राहुल गांधी को देखिए, वो जो हैं वो एक बार तो कहते हैं प्रधानमंत्री को कि आप जो हैं सो ऐसे लोगों को, जो वो विधेयक था जिसमें भ्रष्ट लोगों को फिर से मौका दिया जाने वाला था, उसको वापस ले दिया और उसके बाद लालू यादव से समझौता कर लिया और आदर्श के जो घोटाला के आरोपी हैं चौहान साहब, अशोक चौहान, उनको टिकट दे दिया. अब नरेंद्र मोदी का आज ताज़ा देखिए स्थिति. अभी तक देश को मालूम था कि वे विवाहित नहीं है, आज पता चला कर उनके कि वो उन्होंने विवाह किया हुआ है और 40 साल से वो विवाहित है. ये भारतीय लोकतंत्र है, ये भारतीय लोकतंत्र के नेता है. ये जो
काइंड ऑफ जोक दैट पॉलिटिशियंस आर मेकिंग ऑफ देमसेल्व्स,
ये जोक भी है और आयरनी भी है, विडंबना भी है कि हमारे नेता ऐसे हैं जो 40 साल तक शादी की बात छिपाए रहते हैं. दूसरा नेता कहता है कि जाली वोट करो, तीसरा कहता है कि जगह भ्रष्टाचार, प्रधानमंत्री को कहता है कि भ्रष्टाचार से लड़ना है और अपनी पार्टी को कहता है कि भ्रष्ट लोगों को खड़ा करो. ये इस स्थिति में हम चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं, ये है भारतीय लोकतंत्र की असली असलियत।
All right, Sanjeev, but we finally seem to have got a sense of humor as far as politics is concerned. Otherwise, it was almost strictly no earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah, in fact, what Ravinder sir is saying just adds to the sort of spoofs that we get to see, because there are so many inherent contradictions within each political party and most of the leaders who are heading these political parties, that the only way, you know, people feel that they can actually vent their frustration is perhaps through these videos, and that's what we see. And the point that Stefan was trying to make was the fact that, you know, he didn't consider that that video as a spoof. He says these are things which people want to know about BJP's prime ministerial candidate, and whether or not they'll be allowed to have free speech after he comes. So that's an issue I think, you know, even all political parties should look at very seriously, because I think this is a good thing for democracy. If you have more of such things, at least there is a way in which you can vent your feelings, frustrations, and, you know, get it out of your system.
Interesting point you make over that of getting it out of the system, but what do you make of this trend, sir? A lot of young people, it's not the conventional people who have a job writing a script, trying to make a funny show. It's people from ordinary walks of life who have other jobs, doing other jobs, but using their talents or using their interest for furthering their interest in such a domain. A lot of young people are making these videos, these spoof videos these days.
Yeah, that is very very interesting कि देखिए आप मामला ये हो रहा है कि अब जो मीडिया का जो पहले जो एक बड़ा सा मतलब था वो अब टूट रहा है। अब मीडिया पर्सन सिर्फ वह नहीं है जो किसी बड़े घराने में काम करता है, एवरीबडी इज ए मीडिया पर्सन। हर आदमी एक मीडिया का आदमी है। वो टेक्नोलॉजी ने एक एडवांस मुहैया करा दिया है। आप एक मोबाइल से फिल्म खींच सकते हैं, उसी से कर सकते हैं। आप टेक्नोलॉजी के मास्टर हैं तो आप अपनी एक एडिटोरियल, आपके पास दिमाग हो सकता है। तो अब जो मीडिया का जो बड़ा मीनिंग था वो अब टूट रहा है और मीडिया का भी डेमोक्रेटाइजेशन हो रहा है। ये डेमोक्रेसी का डेमोक्रेटाइजेशन हो रहा है, एंड दिस आल्सो डेमोक्रेटाइजेशन ऑफ द मीडिया आल्सो।
All right, interesting point he makes over there, that everybody has almost become an individual broadcaster, editor, filmmaker, and is expressing their opinion. That is what perhaps 2014 is different than other elections so far.
Of course, that is one major point, and if you go through the manifestos of most of these major political parties, every party has mentioned that, you know, they want broadband connectivity in all villages across the country. So I think this is here to stay, and with a broad consensus with all political parties that they would want, you know, the end consumer to have some sort of a forum or a facility through which they can also become a media person in their own right. So this is just going to grow, and I think this is just the beginning of political spoofs that we are seeing. The more people can get connected to this sort of thing, these videos are likely to get more viral, and we'll see more new inventive videos, especially, you know, the sorts we're missing out right now. The rural touch is missing. These are all more of the urban touch, but once it spreads, then we'll get more of that flavor, that Indian flavor that's been missing so far in these videos.
So how much would you attribute, say for example, especially for the urban youth right now, they look to Hollywood and they see political spoofs on Comedy Central and all these other networks, and perhaps that has encouraged a lot of Indian kids to start doing that. But in terms of a culture, did we always have this culture of satire and political satire?
पॉलिटिकल सटायर देखिए जब तभी था जब सिर्फ प्रिंट मीडिया का डोमिनेंस था। उसमें भी जो हिंदुस्तान के अलग अलग भाषाओं में बड़े सटारिस्ट थे, उनको जब आप पढ़ेंगे तो वो भी उसमें उस आयरनी को उभारते थे। लेकिन अब जब धीरे धीरे इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया आ गया, उसके बाद इंटरनेट आ गया, मोबाइल का ज़माना आ गया, तो अब ज़्यादा डेमोक्रेटाइजेशन हो रहा है। पहले तो परंपरा थी, पहले भी कार्टून बनाए जाते थे, पहले भी व्यंग लिखे जाते थे, लेकिन अब कार्टून और व्यंग से बात आगे बढ़ चुकी है। अब आप कैमरा से फ़ोटो खींच सकते हैं, मोबाइल से फ़ोटो खींच सकते हैं, और लोगों को एक ही नेता के दो बयान को यदि आप दिखा दें और कुछ न करें तो भी लगेगा कि एक आदमी एक जगह कुछ और बोल रहा है, दूसरी जगह कुछ और बोल रहा है। ऐसा नहीं था कि आजम खां वगैरह जैसे बयान पहले नहीं दिए जाते थे, पहले भी दिए जाते थे, लेकिन अब जल्दी पकड़ में आ जाते हैं और तुरंत वो एक ही बात वायरल ऐसा होता है कि पूरी दुनिया को पता चल जाता है 2 मिनट के बाद कि फलाने।
What would your favorite spoof or video be of the recent times, of all that you've seen? Any particular one that sticks out?
देखिए मैं लगातार देखता रहता हूँ, मैं किसी को मैं तो नहीं कहूँगा, लेकिन आजकल कई मतलब चैनलों में भी ये प्रक्रिया शुरू हुई है और रोज ऐसा नई चीज़ें आ रही हैं। किसी को फेवरेट कहना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है, लेकिन ये जो विधा अपने आप में है, दिस जानर इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड दिस इज रियल democratizing the democracy of India.
All right,
That is
interesting point.
Mine is Kejriwal.
नो केजरीवाल भी पर भी आरोप लग रहे हैं और केजरीवाल पर भी असूफ हो रहे हैं. ऐसा नहीं है, आप उनका देखिए केजरीवाल के.
No, but the funny thing is now Kejriwal is tweeting his spoof videos to his followers, so they're endorsing these videos, and that's a very interesting trend. Earlier politicians would ignore it and say, not even acknowledge it, but now it's very different. Sanjeev?
Of course, I mean, if you, it's a trend. People are liking these videos. That is why they are there. And I think, the Aam Aadmi Party for that fact has been very quick to gauge the public mood. And they will do anything to ensure that they can reach out to maximum number of people. So even if these people, maybe the people who are more critical of AAP, but that is a way for them to extend the olive branch and, retweet so that some of them may think, oh, this guy at least has a heart. So, bring them onto their fold.
आपका है ना कि बदनाम भी हुए तो क्या नाम न हो वाली स्थिति हो. अगर बीजेपी भी कोई स्पूफ है तो उसको खुद चला देते हैं, जिससे कि यह लगे कि वो खुद उसको दिल पर ही ले रहे हैं. दूसरे नेता भी जो ट्रेडिशनल है वो दिल पर ले लेते हैं और थोड़े गंभीर हो जाते हैं. हालांकि काम वो भी वैसा ही करते हैं जो जिसका मजाक उड़ना चाहिए.
That is true. I just want to get in a few more guests. Rahul, Chok and Kunal join us from New Delhi. Rahul and Kunal have also been creating these videos, funny videos, videos of political satire and commentary. What has your experience been like, and what motivated you to do so?
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, so first of all, we have to agree to the fact that there has been a huge social media boom, right? And people have views, secondly, about politicians. People can see through whether someone is being honest or not, right?
People relate to these things, the social media things and all.
So if a person believes that this politician is not being truthful, then what better way than making a spoof on him?
All right, but what kind of a response have your videos got? And did you do this very consciously? Was there one singular event that turned you towards it, or were you interested in perhaps comedy, and this was something that was relevant right now?
We were always interested in comedy, and we always thought that this guy Kejriwal is a really funny guy.
It was not a single event; it was a chain of events that he did, which motivated us to do this spoof.
Right. First of all, he had a chance to be a leader, but he preferred to be just an activist. We voted for him and he wasted that opportunity, right? So we were kind of furious with him, and yeah, we made a spoof on him. Yeah, we got around 1,000 views within a single day, right?
And what do you guys do? I mean, are you working? Are you students? What do you do right now, other than you're creating videos on Awkward, if I'm correct?
That's right, yeah. So I am a third year student of Shri Ram College of Commerce.
And I am a third year student of Bhagat Singh College of Commerce.
Alright, interesting, Sanjeev. So you have really young kids with no resources, no conventional resources, but just the fact that they were irritated with Kejriwal and they could take him off and take him on in that sense, and that is heartening about India's democracy.
And they have a sense of humor also.
Yes, and do it with a sense of humor, do it with a few laughs, register your protest with a laugh.
When I was in college about 20 years ago, I didn't have so much information. I didn't even know what was happening around me except in my college. So, I mean, that's the information technology that's come in, and you talk to them, you can't feel the difference. I mean, that they're just in college.
Alright, what more can we look forward to from you guys? Any more videos coming out? What has the response been? Do your college mates like these videos? Do they make fun of it? What has been the response from all over the country? And this is the day and age of trolls as well. So, have you been trolled regularly on the internet with these videos as well?
Yeah, we do kind of social experiments in public, and we just wanted to do something different. So we just decided to take up Kejriwal that, and yeah, we are just getting popular in college. People know about us now.
Made us pretty popular in our colleges.
Okay. So you guys are at least getting popular. I hope you're getting more than popular, and whatever that popularity brings with it. Thanks so much for coming in, Rahul and Kunal. A pleasure having you, and we look forward to more videos from you guys, the satirical videos of the political nature. But it's a completely complete change in demography where, I mean, we've spoken about this, that you had to be from a conventional media house to put your views out there. Now anybody can put their views out there. And I find that most interesting that these kids who voted for Kejriwal were not happy with him. So they created a video to register their protest. And this kind of a phenomenon, I think, would be happening more and more now.
Of course. देखिए अभी तक इंडियन पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम में एक सेक्रेटनेस टाइप का एक था इन्वर्टेड कॉमा में कि आप पॉलिटिशियन है तो वो बड़ा उसको गंभीरता से, भाई अब गंभीरता से विचार करने का, उनके बारे में मजाक करने का है कि जनाब आप वहाँ कब ये बोल रहे थे, आज आपने वो किया, कब आपने शादी की, कब नहीं शादी की, कब आप हर बार बयान बदल देते हो, ये बताने का वक्त आ गया है। तो ये राजनीति का जो सेक्रेटनेस था पॉलिटिकल डिस्कोर्स का, उस सेक्रेटनेस को तोड़ा है इस सोशल मीडिया ने और तोड़ रहे हैं लगातार।
Alright, let's just also remind all of viewers that you too can participate in this conversation. IndiaPostLive.com is the name of the website. You can log in over there and post your video comments. You can also use our Twitter handle at IndiaPostLive.com or hashtag IndiaPostLive to your tweets to participate. There's a comment that's come in. Ankit Sinha has tweeted that this is the start of political spoofs and this will lead to more interesting spoofs. And he's asking you, Sanjeev, about this one, that can we expect more on these lines?
Of course, as sir was saying that, now all those traditional walls have been broken. There is nothing called a politician, there is nothing called a media person.
There's no sacred space anymore, untouchable, the untouchability is gone.
And what social media is doing is that it's giving people a forum who cannot reach out or who do not have the time to go out and, make their voice heard. So they use these forums, and these forums at the moment seem to be playing a very effective role. And the more people log on to or come to social media, the more creativity is going to come in. So this is just the beginning. By the time we have the next general election, be ready for millions of more spoofs coming up.
Of course.
Alright, but you've been interacting with politicians as well. What is your take been? I mean, can they stomach this kind of humor? Because we live in a day and age where for a Facebook post people have gotten arrested as well. So do you see a clash of ideas or conflicts happening with these kind of political satire?
Yeah, it is there, but they don't express it explicitly, but it is there. When I was making the poll call, I just mentioned Abhik Sarkar was the honor of star at that time, and he gave a party. And when I was introduced to him, and he told me that 3 cabinet ministers spoke to him when poll call was on the television, and they or complained him to about this poll call. So political class, they don't think that when they see in this light they become angry, but they don't show their anger on the screen or in their comments. But political class are very serious about it, but हमें उसको भूल जाना चाहिए। असल बात यह है कि the democracy, the people, जो लोग हैं, जनता है, उनको मजा आ रहा है। डेमोक्रेसी नेताओं के लिए नहीं होती है, इट इज नॉट फॉर लीडर्स, इट इज फॉर द पीपल, जनता के लिए है। और जनता को सच्चाई का पता। ये स्पूफ सिर्फ मजाक नहीं है, ये सिर्फ ह्यूमर नहीं है, ये सिर्फ व्यंग नहीं है, ये सच्चाई है भारतीय राजनीति की। और ये स्पूफ एक जानर है, लेकिन ये उससे बड़ी एक सच्चाई है हमारे लोकतंत्र की जो दिखाई दे रही है।
Alright, Sanjeev, but I would pose the same question to you. Is there a fear of getting arrested? I mean, after somebody tweeted about Bal Thackeray's death and that person got arrested and they were college students, so is there a real fear that perhaps the IT Act can be misused and these kind of spoofs can be taken as spoofs that could disturb communal harmony? Or
there are concerns, of course. I mean, as you mentioned, the Bal Thackeray incident, we saw that there was a huge debate after that.
Yeah,
in fact, Kapil Sibal himself went on to say that they made minor changes that no one till the rank of a DSP, then you have to have someone at the rank of a DSP who gives permission, only then you can make these arrests. So you have to take that call, you have to be at the forefront to take these sort of decisions, so that in case there is some sort of action that is taken, that will also lead to a debate. And unless you have a debate, you have two different points of view coming together, there's no way you can reach a common platform. So I think it's good for democracy, it's good that these sort of debates happen, and whoever pays the price for free speech, I mean, at the end of the day, he's doing he's actually doing good for the society.
All right. We also have another Skype guest on Skype coming in. Nitin Sukija joins us. He, of course, has headed the entertainment desk for many networks and newspapers, and has been reporting on entertainment and lifestyle for the longest. And Nitin, what would you say about these political spoofs and satires? Are they here to stay? And do you see them getting bigger and bigger? Because it certainly seems so. They are getting more and more celebrity endorsements. Alok Nath came into one spoof video, and Anurag Kashyap was in another. So the mainstream celebrities are also realizing the kind of vehicles these political satire can be.
Yeah. I think Ishan, it's about having sense of humor. I mean, I've been hearing the conversation for some time that you were talking. It's good to see that in a country where people chase couples celebrating Valentine's Day, there are people who can laugh at things. You know, there are people who can laugh at themselves. So Sanjeev was just mentioning that Kejriwal tweeting his own video to people. So that sense of humor was missing. The intolerance was there. So right, you know, so and the celebrity endorsement for the videos is, of course, you know, is what does Alok Nath do? He has no what choice does he have? He either laughs at his own videos when people are laughing at him, he accepts it, joins them, or he backs out and keeps quiet and gives them more chance to make fun of him.
All right, Nitin, what would you attribute this to? Would you attribute this to the internet alone, or would you attribute this also to the fact that a lot of political satire in the West is now being beamed on Indian televisions, and thanks to the internet, young kids have access to it, and therefore the difference between 2009, when there was the internet then also, and 2014 is that that perhaps that culture of political satire, which was not that mainstream in India, has become more mainstream.
Okay, so yes, it is the internet. It is the internet that allows me to talk to you right now. So yes, internet has come into our lives, given us more space and do things. But even if you go back, you know, when Sanjeev was in college 20 years back, even that time when there was no internet and there was no information, people had this sense of humor. You know, when Rajiv Gandhi gave his speeches saying "हमें देखना है, हम देख रहे हैं, हम देखेंगे," that became the point of conversation. So there was no medium to express, but people laughed. People laughed at हमें देखना है, हम देख रहे हैं, हम देखेंगे. People laughed at Atul Bihari Vajpayee's अच्छी बात नहीं है line. So there were no spoofs made. People caught up on these things and people made fun of them, and people amongst themselves sat down and laughed. Now we have a medium. We say, okay, now if I sit here right now and mimic Atal Bihari Vajpayee or mimic Kejriwal and put it on YouTube, I'll get hits. So instead of my local community, I have a community which is much bigger, and people love to laugh at others. It's as simple as that. We love to laugh at others.
All right. And do you see this trend growing, Nitin, before we let you go? Do you see this trend growing and more satires coming out? Do you see also see the professionals, rather big, say, Bollywood studios or big production houses getting involved in this? Because till now, these have been relatively independent voices. Do you see this becoming big money churners as well?
I honestly don't see it turning into a money churner. I don't. But some things like the viral fever, what they've done, what they call Qtiapa on online, their spoofs on things, is things like this online will work. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't expect a Bollywood filmmaker making a film, a spoof film on a politics or on a leader. It doesn't work. It won't work. It won't bring in money. Not now. Not in the next 5 years.
All right. So we still.
Nitin, I want to ask you a question, Sanjeev here.
Yeah.
Amongst the current leaders right now, whom would you like to laugh at the most in terms of online spoofs?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah. I mean, I was just, Rahul Gandhi is that line that I woke up in the morning at night. it is funny. You know, the poor guy didn't even realize when he spoke that. You know, I just heard Modi saying that they're taking out rhinos out of Assam because they want to put Bangladeshis there. How can you not find that funny? And Kejriwal's protests, all the protests that मेरी कोई औकात नहीं है. I love it when he says मेरी तो कोई औकात नहीं है. And more he says it, more people will start believing it, and he'll lose out on things. People it's bombarded, मेरी कोई औकात नहीं है, मैं तो हमारी.
So perhaps that's prompted recent actions that we've been seeing in Delhi.
I want to narrate something. I
just sure, go ahead.
Just a WhatsApp message going around. Somebody wrote in Hindi And it's a damn funny message in Hindi, which goes on to say that Kejriwal's won the elections and he's got 450 seats. And they've arranged for a swearing in at Manikarnika Ghat at Varanasi. And when Pranab Da is requesting him to take oath, he says, no, I'm a common man. I didn't fight to win and become. The whole world is going wrong because of America. So I should go on a dharna and now fight the presidential election in the US of A. तो वो जो बात हम लोग कर रहे थे कि व्यंग की is written in Hindi, very शुद्ध chaste Hindi, but it's damn funny and it's going on. It's a WhatsApp message, so it's going around.
All right, and that is an interesting point. Nitin, thanks very much for your comments, but I'll just close with my guest over here, Ravindraji. It's not just English, it's not just the language of the elite. It's happening across, as Nitin was pointing out, in various languages, in various things. Whatever tools you have, you're making your presence felt.
आपको 2004 के इलेक्शन का एक वाकया मैं बताता हूँ आपको. 2004 का था, बीजेपी प्रचार कर रही थी कि हम आ रहे हैं, नहीं आ पाई. तो जिस दिन इलेक्शन रिजल्ट आ रहा था, वेंकैया नायडू ने अपना जो है बाल मुड़वाया हुआ था. तो पोल खोल में हमने लिखा कि सर मुड़ाते ही ओले पड़े. जैसे ही सर मुड़ाया, भाजपा हार गई. तो वो जो इस तरह के कई मुहावरे जो होते हैं, चाहे वो किसी भी भाषा क्यों न हो, कई बार वो आपकी मदद करते हैं और हंसने के लिए और वास्तविकता को समझने के लिए मदद करते हैं.
All right, on that note, we'll have to wrap up. Nitin, thanks so much for coming in. Ravindraji and Sanjeev, thanks so much as always.
Thank you.
On that note, we'll wrap up. Finally, everybody seems to be getting a sense of humor. At least that's what I'm happy about. IndiaPostLive.com is the name of the website. You can log in there, post your comments, continue this conversation over there. If you have a funny video, post it over there. We'll look at it and we'll revisit this issue. #IndiaPostLive or use the Twitter handle at IndiaPostLive. Well, that's it for now, but the conversations, of course, continue right here on India Post Live.